Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. It's a hot July day in mid-Missouri, and Isaac and Joel are moving the cows every hour. And they've got some trees down there. They also got this forage. This has never been grazed this growing season, so it's pretty rank, and they're eating a lot of the autumn olive leaves in there. There's a lot of bushes. And they are back fencing them. So as soon as Isaac, here they come. They think I'm going to move them. And he's pulling on this post. I'm going to untie that for him. There he goes. So he's rolling it up now. Here they come. And they've already got another wire put in front of them. And I see another one up there too. So they're staying with the cow herd. They're just moving them every hour now. And the bulls are really active. I mean, they're on these cows. The ones that are in heat, there's a bull right there. So I'm excited about that, because you can get all your calving done in 20 to 30 days. That's what you want. There's a bull over there breeding a cow right now. This bull's checking out this little black cow. That's the first calf heifer. She's got a calf. He's like, I know you're getting close. So he's kind of hanging by her. Here comes all the baby calves here. Or some of them, not all of them. There's 100 of them in there. They are growing like gangbusters.
They're a lot more vocal when you do this.
Yeah, a lot more.
They kind of complain a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you're doing something different.
Yeah.
They're not used to being this tight. But they're eating.
Yeah.
They're going after it. And that, you look at the sides of them, they don't look shrunken in too bad.
Yeah.
So
this is the first paddock they've actually kind of ate a little bit. The other two, they kind of just stood there and bawled at us.
yeah, you got some forage here.
Yeah.
Yep, they're doing a good job. This is what we call Gordon's farm. We leased this farm in 2017. And it never had any livestock on it for, I guess, around 70 years. And so the whole thing had been taken over by cedars and massive autumn olives, a lot of broom sedge. And we have fed some hay in here in the wintertime, and I limed it. When I put the 3 ton of lime down, that knocked the heck out of the broom sedge. You don't see any broom sedge in here now. I'm sure there's a few plants you'll see this fall, but all that brown stuff you see out there, that's fescue that was grown this spring, and it went mature, and now it's going to get trampled onto the ground. Boy, the cattle look good. They really do. We got the manpower, so we're moving them. Moving them at very high density. They're on probably half an acre there, and there's 320 plus the calves. I think there's around 400 and some head there, counting the baby, the 2-month-old calves. But anyway, they're dry. They don't have water. So the last 1, 2, 3, 4 moves they've made, there's no water. But if they make 2 more moves before lunchtime, which is getting that time, they'll be on that pond right there. So you don't have to have water in every paddock. Start you know, 4 paddocks back, and you can work your way toward the pond without any water. Even if it's hot, it's, you know, it's in the 80s out here. It's supposed to hit 85 today. Yeah, it's supposed to hit 85. But yeah, they're looking good, and we're pretty tickled with the way the animal performance on them has been. So rightfully so. There's a cow going after a big blue stem. You see the seed heads bouncing around, and you know, there's just because it is pretty mature, there's quite a bit of lespedeza down on the bottom of this, and that's what they're going after. Yeah, I'm excited to see all the Indian grass. There's a lot of Indian grass coming up on this farm, and that's one that we haven't seen too much of before. But by giving it a longer recovery, well, it wasn't recovery, we just didn't graze it. Somebody asked me if we ever give our farm a sabbatical. You know, we left off 1/3 of our farms this year. I think there was 5 that we didn't graze. And so they all look like this. And it's going to be quite impressive to see what it looks like this fall, because it's got a really good recovered root system underneath the plants now. And I think we're going to grow a ton of winter stockpile. You know, this is July. We could get into the next 3 months 100-degree temperatures and no rain, and I'll be changing my tune a little bit. So the boys are coming with their post, and Isaac's got the reel, and they're going to put in another wire right here. Here's our corner right now. So it's not hot right here where he hooks on, but when he hooks it at the other end down there in the woods, it is hot because we have our perimeter fence down there. It's funny how them cows, look at that. They're going after that autumn home. Those leaves have a ton of minerals. We're gonna have a special sale. It's gonna be probably this fall, but we're gonna sell the horned cows in our herd. We've only got, there might be 5 or 6, but whatever they are, we're gonna put them together as a group, and these are South Pole. The fathers were all South Pole. Some of them had a little bit different breeding in, so they're not pure bloods, or they wouldn't have horns. But they're good cattle. That cow there is one of our lead cows. She's just a brute. She'll be calving this fall. There's another one over there. I don't know. I think there's maybe 5 in here. But yeah, those are going to be on our website. Good cows. They raise a good calf every year. They've got horns, and we decided we're not going to have any horns, so those are going to be marketed. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. The boys are setting up another paddock. You can see they went up here. They're going down, and they're going to make it hot. And there's the pond over there by the cattails. You see it from here. We've got a rock skirt on that. So they'll be drinking from a rock skirt. We don't let cattle in the ponds. And yeah, keep a watch on that website. We're going to be having some more sheep for sale. These will be ewe lambs that were born in April, May. They're from one of our friends over by north central Missouri. They're north of us about 2 hours. He uses all the same management protocols we do. No worming, hot wire broke, no tail course, no tail docking and no hoof trimming. They're just good forage raised sheep, and make somebody a nice flock. I think there's going to be around 75 of them. So it's hard to find numbers of good sheep. You can find, 5 or 10 here or whatever, but start talking 75, a person gets them in 1 year, you can be up to 150. And they lamb, they all have lambs, and half of those are going to be ewe lambs. It's just it's a deal that kind of just builds on itself, and it's actually pretty amazing how quickly you can grow your numbers with sheep. That's a pretty sight. Isn't that pretty? They're all packed in there like cordwood. Yep. They're stocked in there probably around 750,000 pounds per acre. All of them got their heads down, except for maybe 2 or 3. They're eating. They're getting some tender growth out of that. Now this is grass that was grown clear back in the 1st of April. It's never been grazed, and it's got all kinds of mature seeds on it. They're not eating that. They're trampling it. They're eating this vegetative leaves down in there. That's what they're eating. Got a bull down there hollering. It's a great day to be a grass farmer. We got another 3/8 of an inch yesterday, and I was doing the measurements. I keep track on my day timer here. I'll show you the rainfall we've been getting. Get where I can read it. There we go. It's pretty close to 6 inches. We had and this is only the 11th of July. 2 7/8, 1 inch, quarter inch, 1 5/8, 3/8 last night. And I was talking to, who was it? Somebody over by Spurgeon, which is like 5 miles from us. No, it was over by Columbia. They got 9 inches in one rain. 9. I don't want 9 inches in one rain. That's a lot of, I shouldn't say I don't want it. I guess I'd take it if I got it, but it just makes it harder to manage, because 9 inches, you better be moving your cows. You better be moving them quick. Otherwise, they're going to turn your pastures into a feedlot. I saw that's what happened to a fellow, and yeah, they chewed it up pretty good. He had them in there fairly tight on, and he was strip grazing, pretty flat ground, and they just absolutely took it to mud. Yeah, see, you gotta be careful. Sure, it helps when you got sod, and that's what we have here. This is a permanent perennial pasture. There's no cover crops in here. This land has not been tilled, and so it has a really heavy sod base underneath it, and it'll hold up a 1,000-pound cow. I don't care how much it rains, it'll hold them up. But if you don't move them, that's a different deal. A couple of our sheds, we've got cedar. That's one of our cedar drying barns from our mill. There's another barn that past it. Those both have cedar in them, and that's where we store it and let it dry. But oh my gosh, what did you get there? I think.
But if you want to eat it, you can.
What is that?
I don't know. I'm not a mushroom guy.
I think that's an edible. Look, let me look at the gills. Turn it upside down. Look at the gills on it. I believe that's an edible one.
If you want it, there's another one down there.
I don't know my mushroom's good enough. Boy, that one looks like it's prime though. It's just ready.
Yeah.
Joel, why don't you take a big bite of that and tell us? No, I wouldn't have you do that. That's a beautiful mushroom.
Yeah, it's very delicate. I don't know what kind it is.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it busted off, or just grabbing at it.
Yeah. Oh, it's got a break in the skid along there.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
Somebody will probably know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I bet somebody on this video will tell us what that is. You got 2 of them down there, huh?
Jan probably would know.
Yeah. Why don't you put it in the truck and I'll bring it back and we'll show it to
And then if you
Jan.
want it, there's another one down there.
Okay.
If she wants it.
If she wants it. All right, folks, I'm going to get out of here and let these cows get to their grazing, and y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all down the road. And hit that subscribe button all out if you would. I appreciate it.